The iPhone 6 Plus is arguably Apple's biggest debut to date, but with the release came a little controversy and some questions of how it would hold up over time. So I'm here to share with you my experience of living with the iPhone 6 Plus. So what's up guys, Jonathan here with TLD. Hope you guys are doing well. It's good to be back. And I think it's safe to say that I've been using the iPhone 6 Plus for quite some time now. It actually dates all the way back to October 9th, 2014. So you fast forward 4 months and here we are. Now, unmistakably and undeniably, the biggest factor revolving around the 6 Plus is, of course, the size. You cannot ignore it. It is a big-ass phone. And for the first 30 days, I used it without a case. Now, you combine that giant-ass form factor and the fact that it is slippery as all hell, that equals drop city. But for the amount of hell that I've put it through, it's actually held up surprisingly well. So I was washing dishes, I get a call, and rather than wait till I was done, my dumbass decided to answer the call, and splash, there goes the iPhone 6 Plus. Needless to say, I was not happy. But an F-bomb here, an F-bomb there. After drying off the iPhone 6 Plus, surprisingly, it worked 100%. Now, I'm not saying to go throw your 6 Plus in a pool, but it was relieving to know that it did survive that. Now, even after that close call, I've lost count of how many times that I've dropped the thing. And if you look closely, there are pretty much a battle scar or battle scars on every single corner of the phone. But considering the amount of torture that I put it through, I think it's held up fairly well. Point blank though, it is a big phone, and if we're solely talking about form factor, I would choose the 6 over the 6 Plus any day of the week. But there are two very awesome things that have kept me on the 6 Plus, and that is the screen size and battery life. The display is 1080p, and yes, I know there are higher resolution screens out there, but I'm talking about the big picture and overall package here. I really don't ever use my iPad mini anymore because of the 6 Plus, and it's become my go-to device for reading and catching up on YouTube videos. Super enjoyable. Typing on the 6 Plus is solid because of that added screen real estate, and I've been using the Swift key, which for the most part is awesome, but it can definitely be a little buggy and just sometimes straight out not show up sometimes, which is extremely annoying because I'll have to close and then reopen the app, and that's something that I've never had to deal with using the Swift key on Android. Landscape mode is something you don't get on the 6, but honestly, I didn't find myself using it as much as I thought I would, and I have absolutely no idea why. The screen can rotate literally 360 degrees. Sometimes it'll actually glitch out and get stuck upside down, which to me is unacceptable. Shame on you, Tim Cook. Jumping back to the battery though, it's not game-changing or revolutionary, but compared to any iPhone that I've ever used, it smashes all of them. All day is no problem for me with the 6 Plus, and I'll even fall asleep without charging it and then have some juice to spare into the next morning. So for traveling, especially on a plane, I loved having the 6 Plus with me, and if battery life is important to you, I think it's something you should heavily consider. So obviously both the display and battery, those are on point, but I think my next favorite feature after those two is hands down the camera. Hands down, it is one of the best on the smartphone market. You combine that with solid video and awesome slow-mo, it is a killer package. If you're big into Instagram, the 6 Plus is killer. I'd say 95% of my shots have been using the 6 Plus lately, and I'll have a link to my Instagram as well as my new food project, Nam City, down below, which is a sweet way to follow my diet for those that have been asking. So after those initial 30 days and many drops and battle scars later, I decided to explore the case route. And I'll actually post a link to a few of my favorites down below just in case you missed that video. But the simple answer is adding a case helps with grip, and for me, significantly reduced the amount of times that I dropped it. Now, regardless of reducing drops or adding grip to the 6 Plus, I cannot deny I still really enjoy the minimalist element of not rocking a case on the phone. So recently, I decided to throw a skin on there, which as you can see is pretty dope. I posted a teaser on Instagram last week, and a ton of you were asking what it was. So this particular skin is part of Slick Wrap's Wood series for 6 Plus. They do also have a few different series and styles, so I'll have a link to this one and all the other options posted down below for those who are interested. But thus far, the skin has been a nice medium between a naked phone and a case. Obviously, it's not going to be as much protection as a case, but the grip has helped me drop it less, so I'm happy with this route right now. So overall though, 4 months later, what do I think of the iPhone 6 Plus? It is not a perfect phone by any means, but it does offer a lot of good. Touch ID works great and has really just become second nature. Apple Pay, while it's super limited, I love and cannot wait for more retailers to take advantage of this because it is super convenient. Reachability is a nice idea and it helps, but ultimately doesn't fix the awkward size of the 6 Plus. I have average sized hands and 100% one-handed use really isn't possible for me with the 6 Plus, especially for typing and messaging. If you're like Mike and you can palm a b-ball in your sleep, then it's probably not going to be an issue for you, but I think for most people out there, the 6 Plus in terms of form factor isn't ideal. Again, I wish the iPhone 6 had better battery life because for me that is the perfect size, but it'll just have to come down to whether the awesome screen and stellar battery life on the 6 Plus is enough to push you in that direction.